This is Viewers Corner News. Our news analysis today are on Nigeria's outgoing governors left behind trillions of debt for the incoming governors to carry. It is laughable for Mr Festus Keyamo to write to the security agency in Nigeria to arrest Mr Peter Obi and Mr Datti Baba-Ahmed for inciting insurrection against his principal. Leaders of BRICS nations will gather in South Africa from August 22 to 24, 2023, for a summit. Professor Mahmood Yakubu and those who rigged Nigeria's general elections should apologize publicly to Nigerians or live with a generational curse. The governor-elect of Abia state in Nigeria, Mr Alex Otti, should choose his words carefully. If not, he would be a one-tenure governor. Mr Oluomo is a gangster in Lagos state. His son is studying in the United States of America, while he encourages his thugs to harm innocent Nigerians in Lagos state. Stay with us. Nigeria's outgoing governors left behind trillions of debt for the incoming governors to carry. All Nigeria's outgoing governors are thieves. They are very corrupt and wicked. If you calculate how much the federal government of Nigeria paid to their states on monthly basis as allocation, including internal generated revenues and the money they borrowed both internally and externally, compare it to few projects they executed in their states, then Nigerians would agree with us that all Nigeria's outgoing governors are thieves, very wicked, selfish and corrupt. They are leaving behind trillions of naira in debt for the incoming governors to carry, thereby making it extremely difficult for the newly elected governors to implement their agendas. In most states across Nigeria, governors have refused to pay salaries of workers and pensioners' allowances for months, if not years, which is sad. Still, in their states, some of them were re-elected to office. Again, some of those governors who completed their 8 years tenure brought in their choice of candidate who would cover the atrocities they committed against their people. Governors like Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State brought Mr Francis Nwifuru to take over from him after he had secretly reached an agreement with him to do whatever he would tell him to do as alleged. Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State brought his thugs to make sure that Mr Francis Nwifuru wins the election through intimidation. What happened in Ebonyi State was not an election, but a war. The Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria rigged the election in all the states of Nigeria, which is sad. The evidences are there for the world to see. A day shall come when all the past governors in Nigeria who think that they have escaped judgment would be called upon to give account of how the money given to them to better the lives of the people of their states were spent. No matter the time, justice shall someday be served. It is laughable for Mr Festus Keyamo to write to the security agency in Nigeria to arrest Mr Peter Obi and Mr Datti Baba-Ahmed for inciting insurrection against his principal. Mr Festus Keyamo's statement to arrest Mr Peter Obi and Mr Datti Baba-Ahmed is the greatest joke of the year. Now hear this: those who brought violence in Nigeria during the elections are members of the All Progressives Congress. They lost the elections and refused to accept defeat. Instead, they started terrorizing Nigerians. These groups of people are to be arrested. Mr Oluomo and his thugs threatened Nigerians that if they would not vote for All Progressives Congress during the election, they should not come out to cast their votes. Threats of various sorts were recorded, and all these were carried out by members of the All Progressives Congress. Mr Festus Keyamo, who Nigerians know to be a very terrible lawyer and a spokesperson for Alhaji Bola Tinubu, is calling for the arrest of Mr Peter Obi and Mr Datti Baba-Ahmed for inciting insurrection against his principal, instead of arresting members of All Progressives Congress for the role they played in the destruction of lives and properties of innocent Nigerians in Lagos state. The Viewers Corner news team believes that no arrest would be made as requested by Mr Festus Keyamo, but if it happens, then that would be the easiest way to begin the long-awaited revolution in Nigeria. Again, the youths of Nigeria are watching with keen interest to see the outcome of the case of presidential election at the tribunal before any action would be taken. Leaders of BRICS nations will gather in South Africa from August 22 to 24, 2023, for a summit. The United States of America is busy planning how to sanction countries that refuse to legalize gay rights, while the BRICS nations are planning how to improve the welfare of their citizens and the welfare of the world in general. The Viewers Corner news correspondent in Johannesburg, South Africa, revealed that a summit of the BRICS nations will be held in South Africa from August 22 to 24, 2023, and President Vladimir Putin of Russia will attend the summit. Again, some countries in Africa have indicated interest in joining the BRICS because they believe that the agenda of the BRICS nations would favor their countries, which is great. The United States of America was once the envy of the world, but as it stands now, some countries of the world do not see them that way again. The Viewers Corner news team is therefore calling on the United States of America to think more about how human beings on this planet can live peacefully as one big family. We also plead with the United States of America to always respect other countries' cultures and values and stop imposing gay rights issues on countries that have different views concerning such matters. Professor Mahmood Yakubu and those who rigged Nigeria's general elections should apologize publicly to Nigerians or live with a generational curse. The Viewers Corner news team is calling on those Nigerians who joined the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to rig Nigeria's election to come out publicly and apologize to Nigerians for the atrocities they committed against their father's land. Recently, Nasarawa state women were naked, laying curses on the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria and those that participated in rigging Nigeria's election. If you think that the cries of those women would not be heard by God, then you would be making the worst mistake of your life. So if you are among those who did this evil against your country, we are asking you to come out and confess so that your sins can be forgiven. But if you keep quiet, believing that nothing would happen, then you are in for the biggest shock of your life, as a generational curse has already been placed on you. These were the voices of Nasarawa state women and others. Be guided. Nigerians both at home and abroad believe that Alhaji Bola Tinubu did not win the presidential election, but the APC-led government is trying to impose him on Nigerians. Such a system can never work because Nigerians are wiser now and will resist any imposition of a leader who is not democratically elected. The governor-elect of Abia State in Nigeria, Mr. Alex Otti, should choose his words carefully. If not, he would be a one-tenure governor. Information reaching the Viewers Corner news from our correspondent in Abia State, Nigeria revealed that Mr. Alex Otti said that he would have won the governorship election in Abia State whether with or without Mr. Peter Obi's popularity. This statement is uncalled for. Even if you contested an election in the past and won, but Mr. Peter Obi's appearance in the presidential race under the Labour Party made it possible for Mr. Alex Otti to win the governorship election in Abia State. So coming out to boast that you would have won the election if Mr. Peter Obi did not come into the race is uncalled for. The Viewers Corner news team is asking Mr. Alex Otti, the governor-elect of Abia State, to start planning on how to rebuild Abia State, which the past leaders of the state destroyed. An unnecessary statement that you won the governorship election without Mr. Peter Obi's popularity may anger a lot of people, and that may lead you to become a one-tenure governor, so be guided. Mr. MC Oluomo is a gangster in Lagos State. His son is studying in the United States of America, while he encourages his thugs to harm innocent Nigerians in Lagos State. Before the presidential and governorship elections in Nigeria were held, Mr. MC Oluomo was heard advising his gangs and others with evil intentions in Lagos State to destroy the properties of the Igbos in the state and possibly harm them, which they did. The evidence is there for Nigerians and the world to see. His followers carried out this threat. Meanwhile, his son is studying in the United States of America. Wonders, they say, shall never end. Up till now, Mr. MC Oluomo has not been invited for a chat by the law enforcement agency in Nigeria for the atrocities he sent his thugs to commit during the elections. Our correspondent in Lagos, Nigeria, also revealed that Mr. MC Oluomo allegedly said that it was a joke and that he did not plan to harm the Igbos, but in the end, the lives and properties of the Igbos were destroyed. The recent elections held in Nigeria did not meet the requirements of a democratic system, which is more than enough reason to have all the elections cancelled. The international observers who were on the ground to witness the elections said that they fell short of a democratic standard. However, the Viewers Corner news team wants to inform Nigerians that elections should not be a do-or-die affair. If the people you want to lead say you cannot lead them, then accept it in good faith and leave peacefully, instead of forcing yourself on them. It is wrong to do so. If you want to get more analysis on politics and good governance, health issues and others, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. This is Viewers Corner News Channel.